You are walking across your lawn in the late afternoon when you see it. Coiled tightly near the bottom step of your deck, its head flattened into a menacing triangle, a distinctly patterned snake sits motionless in the grass. Panic spikes in your chest. You immediately think it is a copperhead. You turn around, march to the garage, and grab the heaviest, sharpest shovel you own. You intend to sever its head before it can strike a child or a pet. Stop. Step back immediately, and do not approach it. Never handle any snake you cannot identify with absolute, 100% certainty. If a truly venomous snake is occupying a space where people or pets actively walk, you must back away and call a licensed wildlife removal service. Do not attempt to kill or handle it yourself. If you bring that shovel down, the odds are overwhelmingly high that you're making a destructive mistake. The most common snake brutally killed in American yards is not the copperhead. It is usually the eastern hognose, the juvenile rat snake, the milk snake, or the banded water snake. All of these species are completely harmless to humans, yet they are colored and patterned in ways that instantly trigger our primal visual recognition of danger. Every single time a homeowner misidentifies and kills a harmless snake, they are actively removing a vital, highly efficient rodent control mechanism from their own property. By killing the wrong snake in a panic, you're effectively hanging a vacancy sign for mice, rats, and voles to move right in. Properly identifying a genuine copperhead, Achistrodon contortrix, from its many harmless lookalikes requires observing specific traits from a completely safe distance. A true copperhead has dark bands shaped like hourglasses that are narrow at the top of the spine and wide down the sides of the body. You must know how to eliminate the false threats. The northern water snake, Nerodia accipedon, is often confused with the copperhead when found near water. The primary visual marker that eliminates it is the banding pattern. The water snake's bands are widest at the spine and narrow at the sides, which is the exact opposite of the copperhead's hourglass shape. The water snake's pattern broadens toward the back, not toward the belly. The eastern milk snake, Lampropeltis triangulum, features red, black, and white or yellow banding. It is frequently called a copperhead by people who do not look closely. The marker here is that the milk snake has clean, high-contrast red and black bands on a white or cream background, whereas the copperhead has absolutely no red on its body. Its color is a warm copper tan with a crossband that is always the same reddish-brown as the head. Furthermore, the milk snake's head is not copper-colored. The juvenile black rat snake, Pantherophis alleganiensis, is heavily patterned in gray with dark blotches, making it easily confused with a young copperhead. The key marker is that the blotches on the rat snake are irregular rectangles, not hourglasses. They also possess a white chin and a slender, much more uniform body shape, while the copperhead's body is distinctly heavier relative to its length. The eastern hognose snake, Heterodon platyrhenos, is the most dramatic impersonator in the yard. It will actively flatten its head into a cobra-like hood, hiss aggressively, and even roll over to play dead. The visual marker that gives it away is the upturned snout. The hognose has a distinctive, upward curving rostral scale at the tip of the nose that is clearly visible even from 6 feet away. Absolutely no venomous species in North America possesses this feature. The hourglass rule covers all 4 cases. If the bands do not narrow at the spine and widen at the sides, it is not a copperhead. The reality of copperhead bites completely contradicts the fear that drives people to kill them on sight. To understand the true risk, you must look at the biological mechanism of the strike. A copperhead does not want to waste its metabolically expensive venom on a target it cannot physically eat. When a human approaches, the snake's primary defense mechanism is extreme camouflage. It freezes, relying entirely on its disruptive coloration to blend seamlessly into the dead leaves. If that fails and a foot comes dangerously close, the secondary mechanism engages, a rapid defensive strike. However, because venom takes significant biological energy to produce, this is very often a dry bite where absolutely no venom is injected. William Hayes at Loma Linda University published research in 2002 documenting that when venomous pit vipers strike defensively at humans, they frequently withhold venom entirely or inject significantly smaller amounts than when actively hunting prey. Using venom on a human is the equivalent of a person throwing their wallet at a passing car. It is a massive, desperate waste of their most valuable survival resource on something they cannot possibly consume. While a venomous bite is intensely painful and represents a serious medical emergency, documented fatalities are incredibly rare. There have been fewer than 5 recorded fatalities in modern United States history when the victim received timely antivenom treatment. Across the country, the vast majority of all venomous snake bites occur precisely when a person is actively attempting to handle, move, or kill the snake. The absolute safest interaction you can have with a copperhead is no interaction at all. Retreat, maintain a visual watch from a distance, and call a professional. Meanwhile, the harmless rat snakes and black racers naturally occurring in your yard are working tirelessly to control the rodent population that spreads disease and damages property. A single, large adult rat snake easily consumes multiple mice every single week. If you remove the harmless snake with a shovel, the mice will inevitably return. And a thriving, uncontrolled mouse population is exactly what attracts the copperhead to your yard in the first place. Spotting a genuine copperhead near your foundation tells you 3 very specific things about the current state of your property. First, it reveals that there are rocks, stacked logs, or patches of dense, overgrown ground cover providing perfect daytime shelter within 50 feet of your home. Second, it confirms that there is an active rodent population living in that exact area. Third, it means the snake is not just wandering randomly, it is actively following a scent trail left by its food source. Addressing these underlying environmental conditions reduces copperhead presence far more effectively and permanently than attempting to kill the individual snake. The snake is merely a symptom of a larger, hidden ecosystem thriving right against your house. If you encounter a snake, stand at a safe distance of at least 6 feet. Use your phone to photograph it and zoom in later to examine the head shape and banding pattern. If the snake is in a high-traffic area, such as a walkway or patio, immediately call your state's wildlife hotline or hire a licensed snake removal service. If it is out in the yard, far away from paths and play areas, simply leave it alone. It is passing through and will almost certainly move on within a few hours. To stop snakes from returning, you must alter the habitat. Remove all wood piles, rock piles, and debris from the immediate perimeter of the house. Keep the grass cut exceptionally short, and take aggressive measures to eliminate the rodent populations that serve as their food source. Never, under any circumstances, attempt to pin, grab, or kill any snake you find. A shockingly significant percentage of all copperhead bites occurred directly on the hands of people who were trying to do exactly that. Go look at the wood pile or dense brush along your fence line right now, and tell me in the comments. Have you ever killed a snake in your yard and later identified what species it actually was?